Like the pine trees lining the winding road. I got a name, I got a name. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad. I got a name, I got a name.
You've probably heard the phrase, knowledge is power, or information is power. This really is just so true. If you know the combination to the vault, if you know the combination to the safe, you have the knowledge you need to access the money in the vault. And this is really what school does for you. School teaches you what you ultimately need to know to achieve success, to access the money, or to achieve your goals, whatever they might be. What school does for you is teaches you the combination to the vault. So the next time you don't feel like doing your math homework, think about math this way. By doing your math homework, you are learning part of the combination to the vault of life that will allow you to get the money, to get all the money you will ever need in life. But more important than the money you will be able to make someday because you learned math, you will be in a position to choose your path in life rather than have someone else choose your path for you. You will have something far more important than money. You will have freedom. You will have the freedom to live the kind of life you want to lead. I have not had to go to a real office since 1990. I do all of my work on a computer from the comfort of my sofa at home because I've learned a very important skill, and that's how to write. I have also studied advertising. I'm also fairly comfortable with technology. So I get paid a lot of money to write advertisements, and I do it all while sitting on the sofa, or, if the weather is good, while sitting by our swimming pool. Or if I choose, I can make my office a ski lodge in Aspen, Colorado, where I like to go to ski. Or I can make my office a beach on a Caribbean island. I can do all of this because I have learned how to write well. And I learned how to write good advertisements that enable my clients to sell their products and bring in the money. If I hadn't taken the time to learn how to do all this, I would no doubt be stuck in rush hour traffic every day, going to the office of some job I don't like. I would be a prisoner of somebody else. Somebody else would be setting my schedule, if I was lucky enough to have a job at all. So develop a learning mindset. So that's reason number 4 to do well in school. Because successful people in life have a learning mindset. Reason number 5. Your academic record is permanent. It's with you for the rest of your life. Your academic record is not really a measure of your intelligence at all. Your academic record is a measurement more of your character than your intelligence. The truth is, anyone of average intelligence can graduate with a B+ average in school without breaking much of a sweat. It's not difficult at all to get a B+ average if all you do is turn in your homework assignments on time, listen to the teacher, take good notes in class, read the books you're asked to read, and just diligently do the work. And if you stretch yourself just a little, there's no reason, quite frankly, not to get mostly A's, even if you're not especially bright. Assuming you don't have a learning disability or some other mental disability, the only reason you are getting less than a B+ average in school is laziness. You are just doing the minimum. You're just skating by. You aren't treating school like a job, like the job that your parents are, in effect, paying you to do. Well, guess what? Prospective colleges and employers look at your high school record exactly this way. They see your C+ grade average not as reflecting a lack of intelligence on your part. They see your C+ grade average as a moral failure, evidence of a character flaw in you, evidence of laziness. And no one wants to hire a lazy worker. Yes, I know, some will point out that C technically means the work is satisfactory. But satisfactory is really not satisfactory, is it? If you need brain surgery, do you want the brain surgeon who got all A's and was at the top of his or her class in medical school? Or will you be satisfied with the C student performing your brain surgery? Well, actually, the C student will never become a brain surgeon. Will never get into medical school. But you see my point. Even your local McDonald's will hire the A student over the B student, and the B student over the C student. So if you're a C student, you are at the bottom of the barrel in terms of who will be hired for the job or admitted to college. You'll get whatever crumbs are left, whatever job is left that no one else wants to take. That will be your future unless you turn your life around and start getting serious about this job you are doing called school, the job your parents are paying you to do. So if you're getting C's or worse, in fact, if you're getting less than a B average in school, it's time to wake up and smell the coffee before it's too late for you. The time is now to turn your life around. And by the way, it's not too late. It's not too late yet. But you have to make the decision to just do it. The time is now to remake yourself. So that's reason number 5. Your academic record is permanent. It's a permanent record that tells the world about your moral character, not your intelligence. It tells the world what kind of a person you are, what kind of character you have. Reason number 6 for doing well in school. Well, reason number 6 is that life is short. Your time is precious. You only get to live life once. You only get to go to high school once. You're only a child once. You have one chance to get life right. So why waste time? You have to be in school anyway. So why not do the very best you can, especially now that you know how important it is to your future to do well in school. When you hit age 30, then age 40, then age 50, you're going to be just shocked at how fast life flies by. Your high school years, by the way, will be over in the blink of an eye. You won't believe how fast, how quickly your childhood will be over. And I promise you, even if you're successful, even if you're working hard, you're still going to regret how much time you wasted. You're going to forget about all those TV shows you watched and all those video games you played. And I promise you, you're going to regret passing up the opportunity, the incredible opportunity you have right now to learn. You will never have such a wonderful opportunity in life again to learn. All right, so let's recap the 6 reasons to do well in school. Reason number 1, your performance in school will affect your future. Will affect your future in so many ways. Reason number 2, you owe it to your parents to do well in school. Your parents who are paying your bills so that you can do your schoolwork. Doing well in school is your job. Reason number 3, you need the basic skills to succeed in life, to survive in life. Skills that you will learn only in school. You're not going to have a chance to learn them later because you're going to be trying to survive at work. You're going to be trying to survive making a living. So you're not going to have the time to learn the basic skills that are taught in school. You have that time right now. You'll never have this time again. Reason number 4, the most successful people in life have a learning mindset. Reason number 5, your academic record is permanent. Reason number 6, life is short, your time is precious, you only live life once, you're only in high school once, you only have one chance to get your life right. Now, some of you who have not been doing well in school might be wondering right now, how do I turn things around? How do I start doing well after turning in a mediocre to poor performance all these years? How now do I start doing well in school? Well, I kind of approach school this way. Now, I've always loved sports and games. I have a very competitive nature. I started doing well in school when I started treating schoolwork like a game that I would try to win. And I still very much carry this approach to my work today. I really don't consider my work as work because I love doing what I do. So I feel like I'm always playing. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. I treat my work as like a game that I try to win. To win at tennis, you have to develop your tennis skills. That takes practice, coaching, learning, lots of repetition, lots of drills. This is true of any sport. And it's true if you want to win at schoolwork, if you want to win at college, and if you want to win later in your career. The better your skills, the more you will win. The more you study and practice, the more you will win. In school, the winning grade is an A. That's the gold medal. So start treating your schoolwork like that, like a game that you're trying to be the very best in your school at, even the best in the world at. That should be your goal. And that will require commitment, dedication, practice, and focus. And just think how proud of you your parents are going to be. You will also be proud of yourself when you start bringing home A's instead of B's and C's. If you haven't been doing well in school, you can't change the past. That's over with. That's water over the falls. But you can change what you do right now, and you can change your future. You are still very young. You can always turn your life around. It's just that options start to close as you move through life. As you move through life, options continuously close. So if you want to go to Harvard, it might or might not be too late for that for you. But that certainly does not mean that life is over for you either. Many super successful people have not attended top colleges. Or if you still want to go to Harvard, if you still want to go to a top college, you might have to show you can do great work at a lesser college and then transfer to a better college. A lot of people do that. So your options are still wide open. If you make the decision right now to get your act together and to start treating your schoolwork like deadly serious business for you. If you start approaching your schoolwork and your studies as a professional NFL football team approaches the Super Bowl. Here's how I approach my work, and this might seem a little extreme. When I'm writing an advertisement, the goal of which is to persuade people to buy what I am selling or what my clients are selling, I pretend that there is a man standing next to me with a loaded gun pointed at my head. And if the ad fails to generate sales, the gun goes off. And then that's it for me. You see, I treat my work as deadly serious business. I treat every project literally as if I'm in a fight for my life. And when you think about it, in a way, I am in a fight for my life. There's a reason they call working making a living. When you're an adult, you go out there to make a living. Working is making a living. Because when you're an adult, you become responsible for paying your mortgage, paying for your food, paying for your medical care, paying for the clothes that you wear. You are literally in a fight for your life when you go to work every day. Because if you fail at work, if you fail to get that job, or if you fail to keep your job because of poor performance, you literally can't make a living. You can't pay for the basic necessities of life. So when you think about it, when I'm writing that advertisement, that imaginary man standing there with a loaded gun pointed at my head is really not so imaginary after all. You need to treat your schoolwork like that, as deadly serious business. Your life really does depend on how you do in school. And your life is going to depend on how well you perform at work when you're an adult. But if you have not been doing well in school until now, here's some good news. You're still young. Perhaps you just did not fully understand what the stakes are. What the stakes are in this game called school. It's not too late for you to turn things around, but you have to make the decision now to do it. You have to play catch up. You have to dig yourself out of the hole you find yourself in. In other words, stop screwing around. Think of life like a long hallway with endless open doors, like a long corridor. The open doors in that corridor, represent your options. As you move through this corridor of life, doors start to close. You're still young. Almost every door is still wide open for you. You can still be anything you want to be. You can change your future for the better by making a decision starting today, right now, to do well in school. It's your job in life right now. Do as well as you possibly can. Your life literally depends on it.
Like the pine trees lining the winding road, I got a name. I got a name.